Long Beach.
Yeah!
I see you, Long Beach. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick myself, so I'm in dire need for some health care. I know, we got nurses who are immune to everything, but not love. They give lots of love, my nurses. I want to thank you all for being here. You know, this is the first rally outside of the Capitol that we're having on SB 562, and I wanted to make sure that we had it here in our own backyard, in our district, in our own community to say healthcare for all is a human right, once and for all. And like our good mayor said, by the way, let's thank our mayor who becomes the first mayor to officially endorse our bill. Thank you. He took my thunder away from saying SB 562. That was very deliberate. I wanted to make sure they know where Long Beach is at. Go Beach! Go Beach! And as we move this important piece of legislation, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to stick together. Look, the odds are stacked against us. The odds are really stacked against us. But I am not one that's going to shy away, especially not now, not ever. Not with the President of the United States who continues to attack our most vulnerable communities. And just as California prepares to not only block his efforts when it comes to fear-mongering immigrants, when it comes to attacking women, when it comes to attacking our Muslim brothers and sisters, now when it comes to attacking our transgender children, we're also going to have an alternative motion. We're going to have a fight when it comes to healthcare as he continues to decrease care for us, the average working person in this country. So we know now more than ever that we continue to pay more and get less.
That's right.
How does that make any sense?
It doesn't.
We continue to pay more money and get less health care. The average household pays close to $10,000 a year. The average individual, $5,000 a year. And the trend only continues to go up, and that is just for very limited care. As Trump's tyranny on healthcare continues, his attack on the Affordable Care Act, which has helped us reach some of the most uninsured, get insurance for a whole host of folks. Now is the time for us to finish this once and for all, to ensure that everyone has health care, regardless of your immigration status, regardless of how many jobs you have and try to make ends meet. We've heard it before, we heard it now. People are making that critical decision between putting food on their table or paying their hospital bills. That cannot be happening in the richest state in the United States of America. That cannot be happening in the most powerful state of our union. Yes. We have to send the message that California is going to stand up for our patients. California is going to stand up to Trump's tyranny. California is going to stand up to any attempts to dismantle our health care. We deserve this. We work hard every day to contribute to the fabric of this economy. The least they can do is ensure that we get health care. Canada has done it. Europe has done it. Countries around the world have done it. California, it's time for us to go next. And you know, I equate this to a little battle that I had 2 years ago when I embarked on this journey to ensure that everyone had access to health care regardless of your immigration status. We were able to finally get health care for all children in this state, becoming the biggest and largest state to ensure that every child had health care and full scope Medi-Cal regardless of their immigration status. Thanks to our efforts, over 185,000 children now up and down this state have full scope Medi-Cal. That was a big victory for us. But you know, as I was going up and down the state with these children and as they were thanking me, some of them would pull me aside and said, "Thank you, Senator, for giving us health care. But what about my grandma? What about my mom? What about my dad? They also deserve care."
That's right.
And so, as I was moving legislation to achieve that, Trump happened. And
shouldn't happen.
Exactly. And so I realized, as one of his key components to his regime was to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, now is the time for us to push for universal Medi-Cal for everyone, universal care for everyone. Because just as he is going to double down, we're going to triple down on ensuring that we get health care for everyone. So I need your help. I need you to help us reshape this bill. People outside of our silos do not know what single payer means. We have to talk about universal health care, Medicaid for all, guaranteeing health care for all Californians. That is something that every Californian can understand and actually deserve.
Yeah, that's right.
We all deserve health care. This is what we pay it for. This is why we contribute to our economy, to ensure that we can live safe and healthy lives. Look, I am in it for the long run. Are you?
Yeah!
Is Long Beach in it until we win it?
Yeah!
I am so proud to stand with each and every one of you. I want to thank our nurses who have never given up on this fight.
That's right.
We're going to work hard. We're going to work hard to deliver this to the great state of California. Look, we do have a lot of people we have to convince. But as I tell my folks all the time, my parents did not come to this country and sacrifice their entire life so that I can sit here and not do anything productive. Now is the time to show in their honor that we're going to fight and we're going to continue to push back on these hateful policies that are now coming from our Congress. Let's continue to support our great Congressmember Alan Lowenthal. Let's continue to support our great County Supervisor Janice Hahn, who texted me and said, I am with you, brother, let's do this. I am so proud that my mayor, Robert Garcia, called me that same day as I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this. And you know, it's folks down in the community like you all that impassion my fire to ensure that we get this done. I am so proud and honored to represent all of you in the State Senate. We're gonna get this done one way or another, I guarantee it. Why? Because the future of California depends on it. Yes. We need to make sure that we set the trend for the rest of the country now more than ever against the tyranny of what is occurring in Congress. Are you with me, Long Beach?